Hey guys, it's Ross going on the Space Coach. Today, continuing our exploration of this, we're going to look at what it says about Mustafar. And there is its spread. Because, I mean, to me it was not obvious that it was Mustafar when Kylo was on the ground anyway. When you see basically the planet and the Star Destroyer going past it, like a First Order Star Destroyer, then I figured it must be Mustafar. But yeah, was not terribly well explained that it was Mustafar. But let's see what it says. A molten world in the Outer Rim territories, Mustafar has long been gripped by destructive, invisible forces of nature. Caught in a gravimetric tug-of-war between the planet Jestafed and the gas giant Lafrani, Mustafar roils like a wound that cannot heal. Such instability has churned valuable ores to its surface, making Mustafar a mineral trove for galactic mining corporations. Only within the last few decades have patches of the planet's angry surface started to cool. Off-worlders are now drawn to the hellish planet for reasons far less tangible than precious metals. Some believe the world's nature is shaped by spiritual forces, a belief born out of the planet's ancient mystical history, as well as its more recent reputation as the home of the Sith Lord Darth Vader. And you see here, there is Kylo fighting through the forest on Mustafar, and you see that bit in one of the trailers as well. I'll just read what that says there. Kylo soon outpaces his stormtrooper escorts as he cuts a swathe of destruction through the Alazmech, who attempt to block his path to Vader's castle, or rather, its crumbling ruins. Kylo enters the castle grounds with purpose and finds an ark containing an artifact that will lead him to answers. The name Exegol burns in his mind, and he knows that at the source of this mystery he will find immense power. Now, here we see some cult colonists, the cult of Vader, I assume, but I'll read what it says here and then mention what these are. So, that is an Alazmech colonist here. Wide-set goggles protect eyes from glowing ash, which is this. Improvised club is this. It does look a little bit like Palpatine's walking stick. Sodium silicate dusted protective clothing is basically his outfit. And there are impact bolts on the club here. And it's an ironwood branch, which is what it's made of, the ironwood tree. And that's all it says on that. Oh, he's got a CX-55 scatter blaster, which of course is this. He does look a little bit like a Jawa, I think. Just it's that similar sort of style. The eyes and this type of gun is very much reminds me of the Jawas. So let's see what it says about the cult colonists. Since the death of Darth Vader, his legend has grown and cults have arisen that venerate his power. Fragmented tales of Vader's exploits and origins have been twisted by the faithful who voyaged to Mustafar in pilgrimage, seeking to tap into the powers that supposedly fueled him. One of the most tenacious sects is the Alazmech of Winsit, whose members are drawn to the Korvax Fen, an unlikely bog of fertile soil said to be soaked by the Lady Korvax's tears. The Alazmech are devoted to protecting the Fen, planting a thin forest of iron trees around it in a futile attempt to reinvigorate the glen that covered the land centuries earlier. And then here we see Vader's castle, with of course the lava running through and out. And what it says here, what is it? Dark Legacy, I think it is. Legacy, Mustafar's Dark History. Ancient legends describe Mustafar as a garden world, home to Lady Korvax, a powerful Force user obsessed with immortality. The unleashing of enormous energies in her pursuits pushed Mustafar from its original safe orbit to a treacherous new path and caused irrevocable destruction. These legends brought the ancient Sith, seeking the same secrets of eternal life. They erected a shrine on Mustafar that would be discovered by Darth Vader early in his Sith apprenticeship, and he builds his castle over it, of course. Vader, himself forever scarred by the fires of Mustafar, chose to build his castle there within view of the site of his greatest defeat. The fortress was intended to act as a focal lens of force power, but has long since fallen into ruins. And then we see the actual planet Mustafar here. So what does it say? Former Black Sun Fortress, because they have had operations on this world. Abandoned Imperial Garrison, which would be here. And then next to that, essentially, is the Korvax Fen. The remnants of Darth Vader's castle loom above the twisted iron trees of Korvax Fen. But I'm really not sure if you can actually see anything there or not. I'll have to see the film again to see if there's a blink and you'll miss it, perhaps. Secret Nursery of Darth Sidious, Clone Wars era, and that was here. Volcanic hotspot of Volcanic hotspot at split between tectonic plates. That doesn't make sense. I think there's some grammatical issues there, or I've read it incorrectly. The fact file. Prior to the Clone Wars, the Techno-Union owned the mineral-rich world and charged the native Mustafarians rent, which was paid through mining labour. There are two distinct races of native Mustafarians, different in size and appearance, which evolved in distinct underground cave systems, and they go into that more in the Revenge of the Sith visual dictionary. At one point, the criminal syndicate Black Sun had a sizable presence on Mustafar, but its leaders decided to move to a lower profile world once the Empire established a garrison. And just the data file on the planet, it's in the Atreus sector in the Outer Rim. It's 4,200 kilometres in diameter. Terrain: molten rock plains, volcanic peaks, lava rivers, moons 0, population 15,000 approximate. So yes, there you go, guys. That is just what the visual dictionary for The Rise of Skywalker has to say about Mustafar. Like I said, when I see the film again, it probably will make much more sense. It will flow better. Now that I know it's Mustafar, I should be able to enjoy that more. But there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for a common topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.